Hi Peaches, how is everybody doing today? It's been a second, so I decided to drop this one quickly. I have seen a lot of trends going on social media about abuse, women dying, losing their lives. And I thought to address this quickly with my Peaches because when we talk or think about abuse, the first thing that comes to our mind is physical abuse. But there are several types of abuse that people don't even know or recognize as abuse. Let me walk you through six of them. But today we will talk about just one. But let me walk you through the types that we have. We have sexual abuse, one. We have verbal or emotional abuse, two. We have mental or psychological abuse. We have financial or economic abuse. And we also have cultural or identity abuse. All these are abuse and can be abused. So today I want us to look at verbal abuse because usually what happens is that abuse starts verbally before it gets to you being hit or pushed or cut or whatever that causes physical abuse. Most of the time, the abuser, because they want to gain control and power over you, they break you down with their words. They break you down emotionally, psychologically, mentally. They make you feel like you're worthless. And then when you get to that point of believing their lies, that is when they physically attack you or abuse you. So people usually don't report these abuses, like physical, like psychological abuse or verbal abuse. They never report them because they have lived with a partner that promised to love and protect them, but at the same time is draining them psychologically and verbally abusing them all the time. And that does not help because if you're not able to confront these demons right away, it usually leads to physical abuse. Now, these are some of the, I must say, baby, these are some of the things that an abuser says to you that makes you fall for it or believe that what his lies are true, his or her lies are true. They make you feel worthless. They say things like, you make you feel like you're stupid. They say things like you're stupid, you're ugly, nobody would ever want you, or nobody wants you. And one thing is that when you consistently hear this from somebody that you love, from somebody that you're supposed to build a future with, from somebody that you have trusted with your whole life, if this person keeps telling you that you're worthless, you tend to believe it. You tend to believe it. I mean, this is the man who has promised to be there for me no matter what. This is a woman who has promised to be my helper and help me grow through life. And this is the same person telling me that I am worthless. Maybe the person is right. And you begin to think this and it sinks into your spirit. Your mind accepts it, your spirit accepts it, and your whole being accepts that you're stupid or worthless or nobody would ever want you or appreciate you for who you really are. And that verbal abuse takes a long time to heal, if not forever. Emotional scars usually never heals. Sometimes you hold on to that for the rest of your life. So I would want my Peaches to recognize these signs as early as they come to you. Because when a man starts with verbal abuse, making you feel worthless in his home, touching you or beating you or hitting you will come naturally. Eventually it gets to the physical side of things. Because if you're worthless, if you're like a piece of furniture in his house, he throwing his hands right in your face or hitting you becomes a norm. He doesn't think twice about doing that. He doesn't feel sorry about doing that. He just instantly thinks it's okay to hit you because you're worthless. And he's said it so many times to you that you have grown accustomed to it. You have grown to accept that you are indeed stupid. You're indeed worthless, which nobody should feel that way. No human being, no matter your gender, should ever feel that you're worthless. Because even what you think that you're not capable of doing, with a little push and help, you can do it. So don't let anybody, those of you in relationships that you're being abused, but it's not physical, so you think it's okay, think again. It is not okay for anybody to make you look down upon yourself, make you feel like this is it for me. I can't pursue education. I can't pursue another career. I am worthless. I am not worth this. Nobody would ever even see me for me. Because the things that you think people won't see you for, somebody somewhere is looking through another lens and glasses and sees you. There's an Akan adage that says, you understand that? I can't translate it literally, but it would mean that if there are a lot of cities, you don't stay in one city and be ashamed or be shamed or be condemned. Does that make sense? So please, let us all take notice of psychological abuse, of emotional abuse, and know that eventually it leads to the physical abuse that we usually think about the moment somebody says abuse. You're like, oh, are you being hit? No. Some people are abused, but they are not being hit. Because they are abused by sharp words. They are abused by not good words. They are abused by not encouraging words. They are abused by the way the man handles them at home. Sometimes the way a man will look at you from your head to your toe like will make you feel drained instantly. Sometimes your husband or the boyfriend you're with walks to the house and you say hello and he's like, what? That instantly dampens your spirit. That is not a physical abuse, but that is a psychological abuse. Eventually, you'll be shaken. You will feel scared to even approach this man and say hello. Or you have a problem at work or with your friends or with family and you want to discuss it with the love of your life. You can't. Because he's a tiger in that house. You cannot approach a tiger. No, you can't. Because you're scared it might come and pounce on you and chew you or mess you up. So I'm appealing to all my ladies, all the peaches. I'm appealing to you. If you're going through any form of an abuse at home, being it financial, being it psychological, being it physical, that is, that would give us evidence that you have bruises on your face or on your body or you have a cut or something. Being it cultural or identity abuse, being it mental, financial, please seek help now. Because you do not want to stay there until you die. Note, when you die, all those that says, well, anyone, because we have kids, even if he hits me, he's going to apologize and come back and we'll make it work because we have kids. Listen, the day you put your hands beside you and you're out of breath because you're dead, the day you cross over to the other side of the world, nobody, and I repeat, not even me, nobody will come to your house, take your kids in and take care of them like you would do as a mother. Mothers know exactly what our children want. Sometimes your kids are not home, but you can feel they are not okay. That is a maternal instinct that God blessed mothers with. Nobody, I repeat, nobody can take care of your offsprings more than you. Not even your mother, not even your sister, not even your best friend. Nobody can take care of your offsprings more than you can do. So please live. Do you hear me, peaches? Please live for the children. Don't die for the kids. Live for them. If you need help, talk to someone. There's so many centers open that you can, if you can't find any centers, Google it. Abuse centers. Who can I talk to? There are people that are on the line 24/7 and they would listen to you. Talk to someone you trust. Somebody who wouldn't go and then, broadcast your predicament to the rest of the world. Because nowadays it's very dicey talking to people about what you're going through because you don't know who their other friends are. So you talk to them and they talk to their friends, and before you know it, the issue is all over the place, including social media, which you don't want your issue to be there. Trust me, you don't. But if you feel the need to talk about what you're going through, especially when it's a psychological or mental abuse or verbal abuse that you think is draining you of your self-worth, please talk to somebody. I am begging you, my peach. Do not wait until it gets physical, because when it gets physical, it means that you're getting closer to your grave every second that somebody hits you or punches you or cuts you or burns you, and your kids are learning from it because they think it is okay to live with a man that will cut and hit you and still come back and apologize and say I'm sorry, and the next day they're doing the same thing. Please live for these kids. I am begging you. Okay? If nobody needs you, I need you. I need you, my peach. I need you to live. So that when I begin to get gray hair, which I can't wait to get, when we get old and we're now like, you know, holding sticks and walking around on one leg and one hip and we can hardly do things, we can still laugh about these days. And we can encourage each other and say, we did it. We stood for what was right. Do not relax and die and leave your kids. Remember, identify abuse as they come, because they come in different shapes and forms. It is not always physical. It can be verbal, it can be sexual, it can be mental or psychological, it can be financial, or it can be cultural. So if you're going through any of these abuses, do well to talk to somebody. I mean well. And that is why today I came to talk to you. Okay, my peach? I love you as always. And maybe one of these days we'll break down the rest of the abuses. But I just wanted you guys to know that physical abuse or all sorts or types of abuses starts with a verbal one. Because the moment you let a man or a woman break down your guard, your walls, your sanity walls, your source of being walls, you become so vulnerable that hitting you won't be a problem for the abuser. So if you notice any of these signs, please live to live. Live to live. Because I need you. Those children need you. If you don't have kids with this money yet, your future children need you. I need you. And I love you for being here always. Talk to you soon, peaches. And remember that the abuser has no power over you. You are your own person. You make your own decisions. You stand firm on those two legs of yours and go for what you believe in. Because I believe in you. Bye, peaches, and talk soon.